Here in the United States, more and more people are struggling to afford rent and their mortgage. So they're actually turning to some very interesting ways to save money. Some people don't even shower at their home. Instead, they get a membership at a gym. And unfortunately, for Planet Fitness, that is one of the lowest costing gyms, and so that's where many people go. But the crazy thing about this is some people are taking it to the extreme. Today, we're going to go over what some people are doing in order to save money on rent. And this doesn't go on for years in most cases. It really only happens for a couple of months so people can save money and eventually move out to some place they can actually afford. Today I'm going to break all this down, explain what is going on and why more and more Americans are potentially headed down this path. So make sure you watch this entire video and I'll explain exactly what is going on. But first, before I do, all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So look at this right here. It says the federal minimum wage earners can't afford housing in any of America's 50 largest cities. Well, guess what? It's only getting worse. The federal minimum wage is not going up. It is still $7.25 per hour. That's not enough to afford a small apartment in a bad part of town. No, you think you can afford a high rise, a nice condo, something with amenities, something with a pool, a gym, right? It's probably not going to happen on $7.25 per hour. But what's crazy, and I want to read a little bit of this to you. Look at this right here. It says full-time workers earning the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour bring home roughly $1,257 per month before taxes. To put about 1/3 of that toward rent, monthly payments must be around $377 for an individual and $754 for a couple. Yet the lowest monthly rent found was $961 in Oklahoma City, which would require a minimum wage of $18.48. Keep in mind, this was back in December. It's only gotten worse. Now, the tough part about this is wages are not going up as fast as we need them to, especially with the cost of food, utilities, right? Even rent and mortgages, too expensive. Well, look what some people do. And again, you may be thinking this is crazy. Nobody's doing this. This is happening all over. Okay? Look at this right here.
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. The next goal is to get an RV. The next goal after that, tiny home. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches, a lot of times we make salad. If we want to get power, we use our power bank. They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because
there you go. So living in really out of a storage unit, you think this is something that nobody's going to do this? We saw this quite a bit back during the financial crisis. People were living out of storage units. That was something that was very common, that you go to any storage facility and there's probably one person living there. You don't know where, okay? They don't advertise it. It's not something that these storage facilities want. And honestly, I don't even know if it's legal. But That's what people do. Not only that, and you see it all the time, where people are really struggling. And again, the homeless people. If there's a Planet Fitness or some other gym that's fairly inexpensive, like $10, $20 a month, that's usually what they pay for. Okay? They go and do that. And you see it a lot with Planet Fitness, especially when they have like tanning beds. The homeless people will go and book a tanning bed and sleep inside of a tanning bed, get a quick little 30-minute nap on a tanning bed. Right? Do they need a tan? Maybe not. But they'll go in there and they'll just lay there. That's all they really do. And then they use the showers. Right? This is something we see all the time. Here in Washington State, you see it quite a bit too, where we have, and probably all over the country as well, like Love's gas stations, where people go in, they can, shower, they can do all that stuff, where you don't need a home, right? That's what we see. Look at this one as well. Here's another person, looks like they're trying to live out of their storage unit as well.
I paid $50 for this whole little storage unit. It's pretty cozy and remarkable if you think about it. Like, look at this. Like, I fit inside the whole unit. I have my socks here, underwear, tank tops, gym socks, my shoes. I have my gym clothes, towels, my nice clothes, some just more random stuff.
One of the things that is happening right now, people are realizing they need to find an alternative to their current life, no matter what it is. And so some people are doing different things, the unthinkable for others. But what's crazy is that this is normal. But again, I'm not saying this is right. I'm not saying this is correct. This is legal. All I'm saying is people have made this normal, especially those that live out of their cars. And you see this all the time. And they don't say that they're homeless. They have an address that they can send mail to. And a lot of times they just sleep in their car because it just makes more sense financially. Especially people that work at night. And this is the interesting thing. Many people that work at night would rather sleep in their car. Go and share a bed, with a friend that they work during the day. So, okay, you work during the day? Well, I'm gonna come to the apartment and I'm gonna take a nap on the couch. I'm gonna take your bed for a few hours. And they do that every single day and really get out at the end of the month and they have extra money. This is what we are seeing right now. So just be prepared that if things go from bad to worse and more people are losing their jobs, more people can barely afford their car, guess what? Many people need their car to get back and forth from work. So for some, especially those that are single, it makes sense you keep your car as opposed to an apartment and then try to find a carpool and get a ride to work. So we'll see what happens. The one thing I tell you right now is it doesn't matter where you are in this country. Every single city is feeling the effects of rising prices. And that's actually pushing more people to homelessness. So we'll see. But as we get more information on this, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Is this right to live in a storage facility? Or is this just people gaming the system? Let me know down in the comment section below. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys on the next one.